Welcome to the Shut the Funk Up podcast. I am the well-fed boy, and as always, I'm delighted to be joined by
Jaylit the Kid. What it do?
I'm feeling naked right now.
I'm
feeling vulnerable.
I am in my zone. I'm in my zone.
You are totally comfortable with no stand. We have no stands right now.
Dogging.
We had a fun weekend celebrating Greg Cody's birthday, and I was emceeing / DJing, and I forgot the stands on the yacht.
Love that sentence.
So now we're holding, and I don't like this at all. It's like another thing that I have to think about, which I don't like. I'm grabbing with two hands right now, which
you are
weird.
double barreling.
I am absolutely. I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's good. You know, it's a new element, something you have to consider.
I'm gonna get loose with it.
You were warning me before the mics went hot, which I said rule number 1 of podcasting, Alex, the mics are always hot.
Yes.
And I said, I like this. I like
you immediately grabbed it.
But you were warning me to not move it around, and you are already all over the half court.
I can already feel I'm over here, and then I'm over here. This thing's going to be doing this stuff. I'm going to be putting lipstick on all night. I don't like it.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were very comfortable. You grabbed it like you were just like DMX or something, and just like, where the hood? Yeah, you just start barking. Yeah. All right, episode 156 in your grill. How's everybody doing out there? Jordan, how was the weekend, bud?
Weekend was good.
What'd you do? Did you have plans? I don't know if we discussed.
The weekend before we had gotten back from Denver. So this was like a plan not to have a plan. Oh wait, the family's coming into town. We totally have plans all weekend.
Ooh.
Who? But it was Tanta Terry's birthday, so shout out to her.
Who?
Tanta.
I heard.
That's the Yiddish for just like aunt.
Tanta.
Tia.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Tia Terry.
Okay, Tanta
Terry and Uncle Mark were in town. Shout out. And got to hang out with them on Saturday and Sunday.
What were they doing? Just were they seeing the kid, coming down to visit like family, trying to see Florida too? Where were they coming from? Just all wrapped that in one?
I think she was coming to see friends. It was her birthday. We had a little dinner party Saturday. Good time. They came over Sunday, got to play with the baby.
Nice.
And watch some football and stuff like that. So it was a good Sunday. Relaxing.
So our football Sundays at the house, is that over? Is that done? It feels like that's done.
That's not done.
Is that still happening? Am I missing out on that?
Well, I've been busy these last couple weeks, so I haven't really got to host one yet.
Okay, but we might come back. Okay, but you're
100%.
definitely okay.
That is a
Casa de Lit is still open for football fiestas.
They will always be open for football fiestas.
Okay, I love to hear that. Okay,
and Daddy will be cooking as always. Standard operating procedures for Sundays.
Yes.
Now, I did actually something, you'll like this, because in knowing that in a couple weeks I want to have like a bunch of people at the house.
Right.
The Dolphins play next week on Monday Night Football, so I told her, Sunday, babe, whatever you want.
Right.
You don't have to be laying around.
Right.
I'm depositing something in that Dolphins bank, still getting my Monday night game.
Yes.
Not really, missing much. You see what I did there?
Yes, smart.
So the next week I could pop back and be like,
very smart.
The Hogs are coming over.
All right, yeah. So this Monday coming up is the one the Dolphins playing.
Yes.
And then,
don't get me into the Dolphins. We're going to talk about them later.
Okay, and then the week after we start.
Hogs.
Let's go. Okay, sweet. Okay, word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, ooh, that might have got kiboshed now, huh?
No, we're cool. That's a family event though.
Yeah,
that's
it feels nice over there.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Yeah, you got a great TV.
Yeah. So that's definitely happening now. I forgot the big birthday was this weekend. So
yeah,
how was it? You had a yacht party.
We had a yacht party for Greg's 70th. It was really actually went well. Speeches, too many speeches. I had
nothing's more of a buzzkill.
We had one guy that went off, and you could just feel the room just being like, bro, are you done? You're just telling us a story about you and him in Alaska right now.
The best and most tasteful thing that you can do, and ladies and gentlemen, look directly into my eyes for all of you YouTube viewers. There is nothing more classy than a very short and to the point speech at an important time for public consumption.
Because when
You can tell, you can take me backstage and hit me for the 22-minute Seinfeld episode speech that you want to give me.
around the dinner table with the family, or
Mafia Don stuff, it's time to give the real speech.
Right.
But in front of public, make it quick. You want one good anecdote in there, a couple chuckles, you get serious, you bring it around third, and take them home.
Dude, because when you do it for too long, and this is the PSA, it's a look at me, Louie. You're making it about you now. You're saying I'm the better friend. I'm the guy that knows him the best. Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
There's definitely some of that, but also at a good social event like a wedding or a birthday, you want to keep the music going and the people moving. And so the longer you are stagnant, the harder it is to get back into gear.
That's true. There's a flow to the night, and you're disrupting it.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not passing the vibe check.
Yes. But yeah, I actually had to, because it got.
Did you have the band start playing people off?
No, what I did was, because after we got to like 40, I believe, because I was clocking it. It was about 40 minutes of like people, there's multiple speeches.
Terrible.
And 40 minutes, that's too long. I'm thinking like, whatever. So I'm like, good God, it's 40 minutes. I was like, and every time, I come up, I'm grabbing them and I'm like, all right, who wants to go next? And I can see, I'm the teacher in the class. I can see the 3-4 hands going up. So like, okay, I'm inviting this person up here. I know I got 3 more in the back that are ready to go too. Ugh. So I'm doing mental math. You know what I'm saying? And I'm calculating, I'm estimating the mean average of the length of these speeches. So once we got to 40, I was just like, all right, we got to nip this in the butt. I was like, and the woman comes up, and I just got real close to them. I go, all right, baby girl, I need you to listen to me and listen to me close. Come here, look into my eyes. As she's like walking towards me, I go, we need to keep it tight. We need to keep it a nice tight 5. You got me? I was like, you keep it short and sweet. We get to the point, we get in and we get out. You got me? She goes, yeah. And then I grabbed her. I go, you got me? And then like I got like a nice chuckle, but everyone was like, yo, for real. Like I had 3 people come to me. They're like, dude, thank God you said that, because it was getting out of hand. It was becoming like a pissing contest,
70th birthday party. Everyone wants to, say something. I get it, but it's up to everyone's social responsibility. Even 5 minutes. 5 minutes of speaking is a long time.
Yeah. This one guy went an easy 15. It was just like, and he was by far like the worst one of all. Because I was just like, dude, this shit isn't even good. You're killing me.
Yeah, not cool.
Yeah. But no, the rest of the night went really well. Food actually was fire. It was one of those rare catering, when you just standard catering, you get the carving station, you got your
love a carving station.
Yeah. The carving station was on point. The little pecan chicken with that whatever sauce, moist. We're good. Like I was like, hey, attaboy, good job. Good job, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a little string bean on the side.
There were string beans there.
But you absolutely just abused the bar.
Oh my God. I was the first one on the boat because I had to set everything up. So I immediately went up to the upstairs bar to my guy up there, Manny.
Gracias.
Manny from Wilton Manors. I started calling him Manny from Manors.
Nice.
But he, from the rip, I told him, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be up in here all night. So just remember, I just slapped the 20 down. I was like, here you go. I was like, where's the tip jar? And he's like, oh, we don't have it out. I was like, put that in your pocket then. There were 2 bartenders. Hey, guess what?
In your pocket.
Yeah, he didn't know about that. But yeah, me and him were besties. He actually helped me get everything off of the yacht.
Full service.
Yeah, full service. Forgot the goddamn stands though, bud.
Not everything.
Should have docked you some pay on that.
You just asked for $2 back.
Yeah, for real. Oh, that's funny. All right. Good weekend, though. Let's get into the episode and talk to me about some mother, father, sister, brother.
If I didn't have it written right there, how confident did you feel that you were going to fire that off correctly?
I would have went mother, father, cousin, aunt, tanta,
See what you learned today? All right. They were great. Yeah. It's what I thought it was going to be. It's the classic Philly sound, and I think we're starting to formulate like a. This has got to be like a thing where it's just like you can have a lot of band members, but then there's too many band members.
Right? Yeah.
Parliament, them. You're just like, guys. Like,
I think it's over 30. Like
that's too many.
It's I believe it was something like over 30. I mean, a lot of them were rotating, but yeah, I'm gonna give because they had the strings, they had the orchestra, they had the horns. So I'm gonna give them like that. That's just like 10 off the rip. That's 10, 12, that's a dozen off the rip.
Easy. Baker's does.
Yeah.
But it was great. Where does this fall? What?
I don't mean to cut you off, but I also am starting to like, because we're getting, some longevity. We're getting some, like, the long in the tooth a little bit more on this podcast. And I like how now we're getting peacocks where the previous peacocks are in there and there's connections going on. Like today I got a peacock of similar where we got some callbacks to previous peacocks that are now making their way into these peacocks.
Yeah, for sure. This is also one that... that's what I was going to ask though. Like, where is this in your bag musically? Are you going back to this often, or is it just
This is a primarily wax.
Okay, that makes sense.
Music and music for me because I have like 2 of their 4 solo stuff. And I will play those.
Okay.
Yeah, but as far as in the car and the headsets on, not really. It's probably I probably have a few songs like on my soul mix, but that's about it. They're like, oh, you know what? Let's play some MSV. Following up like some Curtis Mayfield. Let's put some MFSB.
Ladies and gentlemen, you missed it. He wasn't looking at
play that back on YouTube, bro, and rewind back, and you can just see like the horror in my eyes of like just botching it and just looking at you, just being like, and then I could see your twinkle going. He's gonna lean in. I had to quickly say it correctly.
Oh my God!
Fucking A. MFSB.
Mothers,
MFSB,
fathers,
MFSB.
Sons, and brothers, and
mothers, fathers,
sisters, brothers.
Yeah.
No, this is great name though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So very good though.
Let's get into this week's ear candy because again, just like last week, some bangers. Yours?
What'd you think of that?
Jeez, I mean, I needed to know like the time and place of like where you were at when you were like, oh, this, because it's such a mood hip. It's even for the band, even for the rap group, it's such a mood song for them. I feel like because it's real deep.
Young Jay was in the gym yesterday.
Yeah.
And this came on.
Shuffling stuff? Every damn shuffling?
As your boy was just clanging the iron.
Because that's where there's no way he went to this. There's no way he was like, oh, yeah, that one.
No, I went to this.
Oh, so it wasn't shuffle.
No, it wasn't on shuffle. But I was making, so like I get to the gym every morning. And when I get there, I set up like 15 to 16, 17 songs in the queue. So then I just start my workout and boom. And I added that to the queue.
Moving it on that big ass speaker.
Yes.
That's so amazing. The Party Box 3000.
And when we play the song and you hear the beginning, just imagine.
So I can take this with me now.
Yeah, see?
Isn't
it freeing?
You know what? I might start. I kind of warming up to this.
See? Just imagine you're in like a shadowy gym by yourself. You have the whole gym to yourself. This comes on and you're just staring at a set of dumbbells right in front of you.
The beat is so good too.
Everything about it.
It was so good.
They suffer from Jurassic 5 syndrome for me. You forget about them,
right?
And then you come back to them and you like huff them like they're heroin, and then you listen to them and exhaust yourself, and then you just leave it alone.
If you're down to glide and slide on the clear, then let's ride. Tony Tone, roll with bone on the dark side. But when you come, just bring your guns with ya. If you're a buster, niggas gon' have fun with ya. So nigga, don't get me wrong, my niggas swing them things, bang some brains, slanging, yeah, yo, it all remains the same.
Stepping your catches on good shots, murder one on the clear, not glide. Most up, what's up, nigga, get your, put them in the mud, pop, and I can't stop now. Nigga that I thug with, kill, pop to the chest, how does it feel? And nigga, we peel caps, pap, finna get your wig cracked back. Kill line, I'm bugging them down, I wish you would. Try to get some red rum, bitch, nigga, don't test my hood. A first degree.
They definitely. It's funny you actually say that. So
It's like horror hip hop.
you were looking
Horror
for
hop.
like the horrorcore genre of hip hop, which the funny part is they're from Cleveland.
Yes,
The other
I knew
people, as you know, which is odd.
A lot of people
I feel like
think
when
they're
you think
from the
about
West
my
Coast.
music,
Yeah.
they're from Cleveland, and the other people that they used to beef with because they have very similar deliveries in how they pronounce certain things is 3 6 Mafia, another horrorcore group, and they definitely had beef because of that kind of. I don't even know what you call that. The way that they kind of add the A sound to like the end of their words and stuff.
Yeah.
That overlaps in like the early 90s, and they were both beefing over kind of who was the creator of that sound.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's such a niche genre of hip hop that I think that only if you were
They're probably the
grew up
biggest
in the
hip hop
two-
group out of Ohio.
Yeah, don't ask me. I couldn't name you another one. I'm sure there's probably maybe a Cincinnati, Ohio, like or somebody maybe in there.
Yeah, but they're the biggest by far, and they had their kind of own sound, similar to the way the South and the West Coast and everyone kind of has their own.
Yeah, that's
That
a
is
sound.
kind
That
like
type
a
of hip hop
very-
though is like if you didn't grow up in like mid '90s to the mid like 2000s, then I don't think that really lands with them anymore because that's such a specific type of hip hop that you don't really hear
I'd be
at
curious, actually, like if we played that, like if we went to Wynwood and played that at a club that was full of 22-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm about
are
to
they
say-
standing up on the couch and just
No.
like
I have
mean
them
mugging
not-
and just like you have them not even.
all. I have
into
them
it?
being like, "Yo, play some Playboy Cardi or something." I'm just like, "Huh? Yeah, I don't know."
Hate that. The
You
fact
didn't like that one?
dude.
There's
Here's
a
a
million of
tease-
them where I'm just like, yeah, freaking.
Here's a teaser for later. I'm all set on Playboy Cardi. Okay, I don't need to hear any of his stuff.
I'm sick of
Okay?
it. I'm sick.
I am
of it.
all set. If no one
Oh,
ever said a thing
God.
about him ever
I got
again,
it. There's
I'd
a
be
million
fine.
of those where I'm just like Trippy Red. I'm just like they're all just
All set?
The same. Yeah, all of them.
But yeah, that was my ear candy. I'm not sure if it cut in, but like they're like heroin to me. I find them, I like leech onto them for a while, and then I come back for it.
Right. My weekly ear candy was the new Purple Disco Machine came out with his new album finally. It's got a who's of features on it.
It does.
He Does No Wrong, and this is the first song off of the album. It's my favorite one, and it features Metronomy, which they were a feature that I was surprised to see them on. And I love Metronomy. Not a lot of people do, but I was like, ooh, Purple Disco. Me and him have the same. We have the same taste. in
Kindred
music.
spirits.
Yeah. So this one, it's called WTP, which I didn't. I was like, what do you think it stands for? Like, We the People is kind of what I was thinking. I don't know what it stands for. I didn't look it up. It's called WTP.
I mean, we both know what the P has to stand for.
It's got to be purple, right? Or is it like, I don't know.
Pussy. I was just going sex stuff right away.
Wow. Okay, I don't have purple. He doesn't strike me as a being that vulgar.
No?
Well, no. Well, I'm gonna have to fast forward because I want the part where. You're running the speedboat.
Are you running the loop? How does the loop feel?
Yo, the loop feels kind of good. I'm doing a lot of different techniques here. I'm changing it up. Yo, I'm actually was feeling this for a while. While I was sitting pretty with the mic right there.
I think you're really evolving through this episode into someone who's going to learn to love the wild mic, is what I like to call it.
But that's we got that's South Beach. That's South Beach electronic right there. That's South Beach EDM, Purple Disco Machine all day.
Yeah,
new album's great.
Great album.
If you like that type of stuff, check it out. New album's great. Let's get into everyone's favorite segment though. Because you said you think you came correct today. What did you learn this week?
What I learned this week, it started with one of my favorite juicy tidbits that when I see it, when it comes across my news feed, J-Lit the Kid is always going to bite.
Okay.
A celebrity net worth.
Tale as old as time.
And I have some for you.
Oh, I love this. I always love these.
But this is the one that started it, because this had just come out recently. The net worth. What do you think the net worth of Selena Gomez is?
Selena Gomez got that TV money now, bro. And she got a podcast. She was doing cooking shows stuff before that, on Netflix. And then you got the music.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. 105.
105 million?
Yeah.
Try $1 billion.
What?
My girl's sitting on $1 billion already.
Dude,
she
that
has
TV money?
No, see, I think
what is she
I
stacking?
didn't know about this. She's got some type of beauty company.
Beauty line?
Yes.
There it is.
And that is where I was like, "Oh, you got that Rihanna like next level. I own like the Kim Kardashian. I have like a whole brand thing."
Dude, those are the best things. Those are like the funniest things to me. And because I've thought about this with like Kylie. I mean, everyone's got them. It's such a racket to me because all of these celebrities all have stylists and makeup people that do all of their shit. They do their hair. They do all their makeup for them.
Yo, when Kim was in the gutter, though, she had to. Back in the day, she had to do that.
No, I'm not saying that they didn't have to. There wasn't a point in time when they had to do it, but I'm saying right now. And then, these women, these girls, they see and they're just like, man, I want to look like Selena Gomez. And then she goes, well, you can buy my line, and it's just like, you don't do any of that shit. Someone does it for you. That's how you look like you do.
Headline, Alex surprised celebrity doesn't do what they say they're doing in commercial.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just so funny. Just like these little girls and like young women, they're just like buying Kylie's lip gloss line or this and that just because they think that they are associating that with they're gonna look like them. And it's just like they don't do it to make them look like them. Someone else does it to make it look like them.
I was very shocked and surprised that my girl's worth $1 billion. Though.
That's amazing,
right?
Who's she back with? Who's she with? She's with somebody. She's with somebody big.
The producer.
Jack Antonoff?
No. What's his name?
Benny Blanco.
Yes, Benny Blanco.
The luckiest man
a fellow
in the
brother.
world.
Yes.
Bro, but he's as much because dude, he's an ugly guy. He's not a good.
Very Jewy.
He's very Jewy, and he's just like there's a lot of people that are just hotter than him. Let's just say that. Let's not say he's ugly. He's
got a good soul,
dude. That guy can produce music though. Like those are two talents.
When you look at him too, you're like, this guy doesn't make hits.
That's insane because I've been thinking for a long time. I was like, God, that guy's so lucky that he bagged fucking Selena Gomez, and then now you're telling me that she has a bag. His bag has a bag.
His bag has a bag.
I'm like, bro, hey, atta boy.
Selena worth $1 billion.
Okay.
Benny Blanco still wins somehow.
Yes.
Okay. The next one, I'm just gonna throw a couple at you. I'm gonna throw couple fish right in your lap. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Okay. He's got Marvel money. He's been in a lot of shit. I'm gonna go a $250 million.
See, the bill threw you off, which is why you went so high.
He's in a lot of movies, though.
70 mil.
That's it? Oh, does he not get paid?
I mean, you got shook by the bill, so you went way higher, I feel like, to compensate.
No, because he's in, like, commercials and tons of commercials, and he's in a ton of movies, dude. Especially as of recent. It's like the Marvels, the Ghostbusters, Oh, the Judge Apatow's. That doesn't get you at least over 100? Damn.
Big Gip.
Paul down. Well, damn, you were down that hole.
Yo.
Big Gip been out for a minute. There's no way. That guy's like 12?
One.
Yeah.
That was surprising to me. I thought less.
He's been out for a while. You definitely know he did not have some good investments.
Yo. Tupac at the time of his murder.
Oh, what? So this is 90.
I've done the conversion for you.
Okay.
You can go in 96 money or 2024 money.
I was going
you
to
pick.
96. Man. 96?
Yo.
2.5. Oh, no. No. Hammer the under?
200K in 1996 money.
Damn, he did go to jail for a minute.
And just converted, that's 400K in today's money.
Damn. Dude, he was living... No wonder he was never wearing a shirt.
Now, I have Biggie at the time of his death.
Biggie was bigger. In my opinion, I think New York rap was bigger. They had a bigger audience. So, I'm gonna stick. Well, now that you're saying that he only had 200, I'm gonna say Biggie had like around
200,000, not 200 million.
I know. Yeah.
Like you currently have you're
Tupac.
You are worth more than Tupac right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of listeners right now. There's like, damn. They're right now calling their tattoo artists and scheduling.
If you're in your mid-30s listening to this, you better be more successful than Tupac right now,
dude. Biggie, God, this is hard now because now I'm just so thrown off. Biggie at least triple that. I'm gonna say Biggie's got 3.
10 mil.
10.
We feel good about that though.
Fuck yeah.
Because my boy was sleeping on a bag at least enough to definitely be comfy.
Yes.
All right, Frank Caliendo.
You're so weird.
I know.
You're an odd person. When you do these type of things, I'm thinking about way more than just numbers.
So you're not even listening to.
I'm just like I would rather break down your psychological profile than answer Frank Caliendo's net worth.
How much do you think
he's got worth? A bag? I bet. I bet he's gonna have a number that's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna say.
Does he?
34.
20 mil. You're getting at least a little closer. John Wayne.
John Wayne. Oh, God.
When he died.
2.
When is
2.
50.
No way. When he died?
Yo. He was like he was big when he died.
But
even then, he'd been doing it for so long.
Dog. But I mean, those Westerns were probably paying like...
Britney Spears and... Sidebar, also, Kevin Federline.
Oh, this is my favorite one. Britney just did a nice fucking residency, so she's got some money. She came up. She got and now
does she?
And now it's her. Well, it's her money now, isn't it? This is no conservatorship, right? This is nay conservator.
You tell me.
I don't like this, dog. You gotta help me out.
And Kevin Federline.
K-Fed. I'm gonna go K-Fed first. K-Fed got 800 grand.
Okay. And now Britney.
Britney got 800 mil.
800? Okay, we got 800 mil and 800 grand. Your ratio is actually kind of close. My man's is worth 500K.
Oof.
Britney?
Oof. That's all alimony. That's all alimony, right?
I feel like this one's going to hurt a little. 40 mil.
Damn, no one came out to those Vegas shows, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
And the last one that I have for you here is...
K-Fed. Oh, that's all alimony. That's all alimony, right? That's all child support.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the West Coast, the best coast. He's locked up right now for life. Suge Knight.
Suge Knight, you ain't making jack shithole. You're making 90 grand. 90 grand. You lost
200K.
Yeah. You down bad.
He
bud.
is down bad. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are my net worth.
Suge
It started with Selena Gomez.
I bet that 200 grand is suspect too. For Suge.
Oh, it's being investigated by the feds as we speak.
Yeah.
That's what I learned this week, Alex. What did you learn this week?
So I learned about where, because you know how back in our day, I don't know if that some people still do it, but sagging of the pants used to be a real big deal. Remember, you used to sag the pants.
Still happening.
I think still happening, not as much. It wasn't not as prevalent as it was back in the day. Back in the day, they used to really get creative with it. You'd have boxers on with athletic shorts and jeans, and then you sagged like all three.
Those were the days.
You guys don't remember when you wore boxers and then you put on a pair of Nike athletic shorts.
Ball is life.
And then you put on your Sean John. I'm gonna stick with it. Sean John, black faded jean shorts, and those were sagged, and you could see all three layers.
Diddy thanks you.
Nah, dog.
Yo.
Nah, FUBU. I said FUBU.
No, you didn't.
I said FUBU. I said FUBU.
You said.
I said G Unit.
All right. I just want to say on behalf of the podcast right now, Alex and we renounce all of our current Sean John brand clothing.
I never owned a piece of Sean John. Did you? Did you have a polo? You had a couple polos, didn't you?
Bro.
Yeah, you did.
You know I definitely
did. Hey, Diddy thanks you.
You're welcome.
You piece of shit. But yeah, you can see all three layers. So the sagging of the pants though, you know where it came from? The sagging of the pants came from prison. And when other inmates, when an inmate was sagging his pants, that always let the other inmates know that he was ready. You could come see him in a different way.
Like in the way that we don't want to be seen in?
Through the back door. You don't when you come see me in a different way, come through the back door.
That's an open invitation.
Yeah, so that's what I meant when other inmates had that down, that he meant yo, I'm about that life. If you want to come through.
Really? That's
where it came. And then they went out, and then when they would get released, they would start doing it out in the city, on the block and on the streets and whatever. And then it started becoming part of this black culture fashion thing that no one knew actually what it really meant and what it came from. They just thought it looked cool. They thought it was cool. It was a prison thing. But really what they didn't know was,
I'm willing to be seen in a different way.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's done is done. The boy sagged his pants back in the day. A lot of people do, but I'm just saying right now.
May or may not have appropriated a few things.
May or may not.
In our day.
But that's where the sagging of the pants, and that's the origin of sagging of the pants. Just like a fun little nugget that when that comes up, you can go, hey, that actually means butt stuff.
I feel like now it's actually the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like we want those pants sitting nice and high up on the hips, and we want a nice 7-inch inseam.
Yep.
Above knee.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
so
where
true.
we're at.
Yeah, we went full white boy.
Well, it goes back and forth.
It's cyclical. Fashion cyclical.
Yeah, baggy's back.
Baggy's back.
Hate it.
I need the skinny jeans to come back.
Me too.
They look better, don't they?
I thought so.
I thought so too. But yeah, that's what I learned this week, bud. Sagging of the pants. Watch yourselves out there, guys.
Okay, thank you. All right, I got a couple quick hits real quick.
Okay.
Before we get into your top 10 now. First I have a TV show recommendation.
Ooh, sweet. I saw one too that I wanted to recommend to you, but I didn't know if it was up to snuff. It was a really old Jamie Foxx flick. It's called Held Up. It was good.
Wait, you went into it wondering if it was...
No, it was great. I liked it, but it's like an early Jamie Foxx, like deep cut, like a 90s Jamie Foxx when he was before he was doing his show. And so I was like, I don't know if this might be too deep. And I was like, because everything with you, I'm just like, he's going to be watching this with Ellie. And this is a definite no-go for Ellie. But I know my boy likes Jamie Foxx.
I love... Honestly, some of my favorite movies and the way just stuff was filmed is 80s, 90s.
Held Up. It's called Held Up. Jamie Foxx is really good. Nia Long. It was fun little black comedy.
So when I'm not with wifey and I'm choosing to watch a movie, I'm typically looking for a nice action flick from 1987 starring Tommy Lee Jones.
Right. That would be Men in Black, I believe.
No, that's 97. I'm talking 87.
Oh, you said it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, I was trying to look it up right
But
now.
yeah, well, what's the recommendation?
There was one though that it was literally.
Did you saw? Obviously saw it.
No, no. I watched a movie recently without wifey, and it was like a 1987, 88. Tommy Lee Jones is a crazy Irishman blowing up bombs in Boston. It's called like Blowing Up or some shit like that. It's pretty funny though. It's like on Max, but. The show that wifey and I just finished that, I don't know if you've seen it. You might have seen it already. Do you have Max?
Yes.
Mayor of Easttown.
With Kate Winslet.
Yes.
Amazing. Did you finish it?
Yes.
Epic.
That last fucking episode.
That last episode, the whole entire, because usually I'm like, the whodunits are really hard for me because I don't like getting, it's like, because... sometimes they get a little too convoluted, and I'm just like, all right, dude, everyone's in play here, but they did it so well. Her Philly accent,
dude,
dog. She nailed it. She won an Oscar for that.
I hated it at first, and by the end of it, I just want to go to that bar and drink with her and drink beers.
Dude,
I want to drink 8 beers a night with her.
Her sex scenes, just her overall, she was
everything.
She was amazing at it, and the ending in that one, when you find out who done it, it is hats off, man. It's one of the best written. Like who
looks
done
like
it,
I've gained
mystery.
a little credibility back.
And for the people out there that they're interested, it's Mayor of Mare, Mayor of Easttown, not Mayor, because her name's Mare in it, right? That's right.
Yeah,
her
it's Marianne. Yeah,
Mary. Yeah, but they all call her Mary. Yeah, yeah. That was a great. Yeah, I highly recommend that to anyone too.
I know you couldn't, but you got to do another season, but they can't. Like, what is it even about? Type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Her accent though, she nails that, like that Philly accent, that just to a T, who like those people are.
It was so good,
and she's English. Those are always the ones that are like flip me out. I don't know why I should, because I think I don't know. I never heard, but I just think it's so impressive. Those English actors can come over here and just like nail that Southern, or like, I mean, the South Philly accent is one of the hardest to do.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie with it like presented so thickly.
Yeah.
To where you were like, oh. Like, it was weird because like 3 episodes in, I was like, it's fucking Rose from Titanic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think we get nudity too in that. Again, because she has a few sex scenes in it.
I can't.
I think she does. I think the first one you get a little bit of,
maybe
I think she's back on that. I think it's Titanic 2 again at one point.
Side boob or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, good show.
Very good show. Yeah, very good. Yep, I loved it. I've been watching that chimp one on HBO Max. That's the other one I've been doing. Have you seen the?
No, I seen what.
It's like the Tiger King. It's a chimp version with chicks.
All set.
If you wanna watch did you ever watch Tiger King?
Yes.
Did that entertain you? This will entertain you in the same way.
Tiger King entertained me in the sense of I was locked in my own house and couldn't do anything.
Right. Yeah.
And therefore anything looked appetizing.
Right.
Or more appetizing at that point.
Yeah.
Like Tiger King now being on Netflix, I wouldn't even have stopped on it.
Yeah, I've got one more episode left. And this one I can't wait because they have teased bestiality stuff. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see what happens. I think a woman banged a chimp. We can't wait, buddy. We cannot wait.
And that is why we are not watching it. Okay, it happened this week. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on it. I'm feeling like I just got on the highway and I want to take a U-turn. Your boy's back on the gram.
Yes, it's been nice to see you on there and active and sharing and being who you are as a person.
I hate you. I hate it here.
It's great. How's it feel?
Like I already want to get off of it again.
Shame?
Yeah, I mean the hard part is like
are you out here just judging all of us?
I partially, yes.
You sing stories just being like, ugh.
For me, it's just like there's so much shit on there, and it's hard to get away from that. But there are benefits of it, of keeping in touch, of learning stuff and expanding your mind. Where it just sucks that with what you can't really have one without the other.
Yeah, you got a little bit of this, but you have to get through.
You get some
this.
genius, but you get the poison. You got poison.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Yeah,
You know.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Cotter.
I don't know.
It's okay. You'll be gone, and it's cyclical. Hey, social media, it's cyclical.
Okay. I got a couple Diddy things for you.
Yeah, man.
Meek Mill. Did you see this article?
No, I don't think so.
Once again, I kind of always want to click on a
man.
Meek Mill article when there's just an outlandish headline. Basically, he's and this is
Been quiet. I know that.
This is where I
I've been quiet.
I think my man's has slipped up. If you haven't seen, there's been a lot of rumors.
Well, there's a lot of baby oil, so I'm sure he's slipping.
There's a lot of rumors going around, and Meek Mill came out and said he'll put up $100K to get a PI that will then dig through all the documents, through all the videos, and prove that he has nothing to do with anything with the Diddy freak off.
All right, go get it.
Like that.
Go get it, because honestly, we're all over here questioning. So I think you need time to do that, Meek. I think it's time.
My thought is, even if that is where they're saying if there's smoke, there's definitely fire. My thought is, you've come out and said that you'll drop an exorbitant amount of money on a task that you'll never be sure can be fully completed, therefore always leaving doubt, and saying that you'll put up a bunch of money to prove that you are not a part of this giant sex ring. That to me just comes off like you're definitely part of a sex ring.
Dude, in the court of public opinion, that dude got banged by Diddy.
I
think that's just the facts of the court of the case. Allegedly.
Yeah. I think that
you need to do
it's
that.
just a weird move. It's a weird move PR-wise to be like, oh, no, I'll put up $100K if someone can even show me a shred of evidence. Yeah, right.
Yeah, even if I'm trying to think of what I would do, and if I truly wasn't a part of this and none of that stuff happened, I would just be like, I know me and my boys know I didn't do that. I'm not going to waste $100,000 just because you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. So I probably wouldn't. So I don't think I would make that decision and be like, yo, I'm going to clear my name. I would just be like, listen, I know what the fuck happened. And I know what the fuck didn't happen. And you guys are all wrong. And we'll all find out. And we'll all find out.
He could have said that and not spent $100K.
Right. But he did. So it's I don't think, because the $100K, it's either you really are worried about something.
I feel like he's worried about
something.
Allegedly.
And also, too, that private investigator, no. We're picking him, not you, bud. That's another thing, too. I'm going to get a guy. Oh, yeah. You're going to pay him $100K? And to shut his fucking mouth is what you're paying him. I'm picking the PI.
I don't think he's going to let
Let us pick a PI.
Here's the other Diddy thing I have for you. And this is, we talked about him momentarily earlier during our net worth conversation. And we have to ask this question.
Go.
Does Diddy and everything surrounding allegedly Diddy going on right now, does that in any way affect Alex Benson's view or opinion of Biggie?
No way.
Not even a little bit?
No. Not until I hear, not until facts come out in the case. If court documents, or you start hearing these were happening and Biggie was there, and there's then now we can ask Alex that question again. But right now, no way.
But you're kind of doing the Diddy thing, or the
whoa,
Meek Mill thing.
Pause.
You're doing the Meek Mill thing, where you're just show me the evidence, then maybe I'll
Well, I mean, no one is. I mean,
we'll never know though. We'll never know.
We don't know anything about that. We haven't heard it.
It could have been Biggie's freak off parties, sponsored by Puff.
Sponsored by Puff would be hilarious. No, not because I haven't heard anything.
Allegedly.
I haven't heard anything with Biggie. You're hearing just like Meek Mill. You're hearing Neo. You're hearing Trey Songz. You know, you're hearing those names out there. No, I'm not hearing one person saying Big Papa. So that's why I'm leaning on the. No,
he's basically like the Jeffrey Epstein of like the music community, allegedly. And my point though is that
did you see what they're calling Netflix entertainers? Did you hear? That's what they're calling them. That's how he was hiring these, because the main thing is like the racketeering and the sexual trafficking, because he was taking women from like, you know, Cali and bringing them like across state lines to do like, you know, this prostitution type of situation. But the way that whatever.
I haven't read anything.
Oh, whatever company, whatever services that he was using, the code word, the way that they use it, they were called Netflix entertainers, meaning like Netflix and chill. Like, you hire these girls to come and they Netflix and chill. They're just watching. They come and they watch a movie and they just chill with you. But everyone knows what Netflix and chill actually means, so they're called Netflix entertainers. It's a very interesting whole thing that's about to be unfolding, and Alex will be all over it.
I have it's so funny. We are completely on different opposite ends of this.
Bro, Netflix entertainers, I'm like, what?
I want nothing.
It's amazing code word.
If that's all I ever heard about what he actually did, that's enough for me.
If you ever want to do, we could do just like a whole 2-hour podcast on just Puff to Diddy.
But you're saying, I guess the thought is like, if all this stuff is true, and it's been so long that he's been doing it, why wouldn't it have been happening at that point too? That's the question you have to ask. Like, he became a monster at some point, but like, was it always? Was it?
I don't know. There's recent? Just to me, like, Biggie just loves women, and I just feel like
does he?
Duh, you better chill how you speaking about my boy. Like,
okay.
All right, I have no problem throwing
2024. Anyone can be anyone who they want.
I have no problem throwing reckless accusations at Puff Daddy, but not at Biggie. Not there.
It's 2024, Alex.
People
can be who they want.
Anybody can get it.
He can sag his pants if he
wants
to.
I was going to say he's sagging his pants
if he wants to.
Yeah, every single Diddy was at the door of every single one of his freak off parties. He was just like, he wasn't checking IDs. He wasn't checking, you know, for weapons. He was pulling up. He was just pulling up, you know, the polo, the Sean John, and checking the sag length. And he would go, "You better pull those down, son, or you're not coming in here."
Yeah, I want to see a little bit more of those and ones underneath.
Yeah, and ones was absolutely the underneath, the preferred underneath of athletic shorts. Great shout out.
The best.
The and ones, God, but they were on top of the world for a minute. Bring back and ones.
Yeah.
Shout out and ones. Bring back and ones. I'm going to say that right now.
They're probably still there.
Bring them back, dog. And ones were tight.
Remember the shirts, the faceless, no-name shirt guy?
Yeah.
I want them all.
Dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, those are my quick hits. What do you got?
I saw, I know, I'm sure it was in the news headlines about a few months ago, and I wrote it down then, but, you know, Madonna did that concert in Brazil for like, it was like 1 million people. It was like a crazy amount of people. Basically.
That's too many people.
So then it got me thinking. I was like, yo, who are like the biggest concerts? Like, who's done like the biggest concerts? And I was very surprised and disappointed in the list. So I wanted to share that surprise and disappointment with you.
It's going to be a lot of, there might be like some California way back in the day, or even like Woodstock, but it's, I think, going to be a lot of like Europe stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Europe stuff and like not that cool of bands.
Yes, exactly. And like almost half of them all were in happened on the same place, same venue.
Is it whatever the Freddie Mercury shit, Live Aid?
Nah, or not that one, not that one. But there is a live one in there that was
okay.
So at number 10 we had the Black Eyed Peas on Ipanema Beach in 2006.
I hate that.
I know.
I couldn't even let you finish that.
It's the word. 1 million people came to see him. Everybody. Terrible.
I'm deleting that from my memory.
At number 9, we got the Beach Boys at the Philadelphia Museum of Art in 1985 with 1 million. The Beach Boys.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's
honestly,
a good
we
one.
need you to be represented in this, and you're in.
All right, coming in at number 8. Paz Sin Fronteras in Plaza de Revolucion in 2009, 1.1 million. Colombian rock star.
Where? In Colombia?
Yeah, I believe, yeah. September 20th, 2009.
Those numbers are probably padded, and they're off.
Co-headed by Juanes, too. Remember him? You know, he was always like, I remember growing up, he was like the big South American star that you always just remember, Juanes is coming to Miami tonight. It would sell out always. It was always Juanes. Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
What year was that? When
it was actually, this is good too. It was actually in Cuba. Hence the name of Plaza de la Revolucion. And it was supporting Fidel Castro's regime.
There you go.
Wow.
Of course,
so they were all forced to come out.
Let's hashtag
let the record show.
Hashtag padded stats.
Let the record show all 1.1 million did not want to be there.
No.
Yeah. Coming in the next one, I think we're at 7. The Rolling Stones, and this is where we start. Copacabana Beach, which is
Brazil.
Brazil. Yeah. In 2006 with 1.5 million attendees.
That's too many people.
Yeah, that was probably the Bigger Bang tour. You always saw like those shirts. The Bigger Bang tour, that was always a big one. Now here's the big live. This is the one and only Live Aid one, but it wasn't called Live Aid. It was called Live 8. I don't know what they were doing there. It's they said they didn't want to name it Live 8 too, so they went with Live 8 because there was like 8 big artists and stuff. But they had 1.5 million again. And this one was also this is the museum, the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and the Copacabana were like the two. I guess they can just house a bunch of people. I don't know. I've never been there, but that one you had Linkin Park, Kanye West, Stevie Wonder, and then just like a bunch of other normal terrible acts there, but Linkin Park. Jay-Z. That was the Jay-Z Linkin Park thing. Jay-Z and Linkin Park when that had that album. Yeah, that was a biggie. This was the one, the Madonna one at Copacabana Beach again in 2024. 1.6 million was what she had there. Did you ever see that photo, by the way, of it? The drone footage of it? It's just it's the shoreline of this Copacabana Beach, and it just goes people back and back for days. It was just like. And it's just like every 100 feet or whatever it is, like there's a fucking big ass TV and speakers. It was just like people were just watching it. You just go back and you're not even. It's too far away. You're just watching it on speaker like a boombox system.
I feel like I'd be walking up to Copacabana Beach and I'd be all the way in the back, and I see that there's 8 miles of TVs to get to the front, and I'm just gonna go to the bar right there. I'm all set, and I'll watch it on the TV right over here.
It's so true. Yeah, dude. Even though we bought our ticket, it's like, yeah,
not doing it.
No. Next one, I already lost track if we're on 4 or 5, whatever. Monsters of Rock at Ticino Airfield in 1991. It had 1.6 million people. Soviet Union.
Padded stats.
But maybe not, because they had AC/DC, Pantera, Metallica, Black Crowes, and then I guess a very big Russian band called EST. I think they were. I probably made them headline. What imagine Metallica's like. Metallica's like.
There was 500,000 people there.
Yeah. 1.6. Get out of here. All of them with a gun to their head.
A lot of communism on this list.
Yeah. I
didn't think there'd be so much. Next you're going to tell me North Korea.
That would be funny. Yeah, it's just like
it's all forced concerts that are on the top 10.
Yeah. This one was Jorge Ben, on Copacabana Beach. And this was he was a big Brazilian musician. I remember Jorge Ben actually.
I don't like how active Brazil is in this list.
I guess they don't get a lot of music, or do they? I guess they don't have good music because I guess Sergio Mendes and was great and stuff, but I guess maybe since the '60s they'll take whatever they can get.
It seems like kind of they're the last resort for having a giant.
We had 3 million.
That's too many.
3 million. That's like, I saw the Madonna concert. That's 2 of those. Like, what the fuck on Copacabana?
No,
like people in the water at this point. What's going on?
Yeah, how many people died?
By shark.
Shark stuff.
Shark stuff.
I'm not going.
Let me see how many more I got here. All right, so that okay. All right, so this is so that was number 3. Number 2, Jean-Michel Jarre at Moscow State University. 3.5.
Padded stats.
Oh, Moscow State University. Just a bunch of kids there, huh? Yeah? You sure about that?
Stop the steal. There is no way this is a real list. What's number 1?
Well, hold on. So it says it held on September 6th. The event drew a ticketed audience of 500,000. Though people failed to get tickets, watch the show from surrounding hills, bringing estimates up to 3.5. Absolutely padded. The hills are padded. The hills are...
The hills have pads.
The hills have pads.
The hills have pads.
All right, and coming in at number 1 with 3.6 million attendees.
China.
Donald Trump in China. No. At Copacabana Beach. Because apparently it's the only fucking place that can hold millions of absolute crazy people. Rod Stewart.
Disappointing.
That guy had a run, huh?
Did he?
I guess so. I mean,
not 3.5.
It was the New Year's party. 3.5 million.
Padded stats.
Line the 2.5 mile long. 2.5 miles away. You're watching something, bro. 2.5 miles away.
It looks like a little kitchenette TV is on the other end of a football field. That's what it's going to look like.
While a number of people may have only been there to watch the fireworks rather than Stewart.
Padded stats,
dude.
This list.
We got to redo this. We need actual viewers sitting down in their seats, cheering.
No voter fraud. I want to know exactly how many butts were in seats.
Stop the count, dude. So... yeah, there's your top 10 concerts of all time.
Disappointing.
Yeah, Black Eyed Peas.
I have some more everyone's favorite segment all set.
Ooh.
I have an all
Who's
set
all
list.
Set? Besides Playboy Cardi.
Don't get me started on him again. These fucking airports, dude. I am all set.
Bro, I'm about to go to one on Friday, and I'm not looking forward to it. I can't stand them.
This was also airport with a lot of luggage and a baby.
Yeah, that's a whole different beast.
We were literally running up the people mover in the wrong direction, just tiring her out.
Wow.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, flight delayed.
That's what I'm leaving Friday. This hurricane's about to hit.
Yeah, you're out.
I'm fucked.
Where are you going?
I got to go to a wedding. My cousin's getting married up in the D. Yeah.
Yeah, I am just.
I'm gonna get fucked. I'm getting emails from American Airlines every 2 hours, just like, hey, these are the guidelines for delays. I'm just like, oh, you pieces of shit.
You're going there basically, and you're bringing a tent, knowing you're just gonna pitch it.
Oh, I'll leave. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'll just come with my cousin and be like, yo, I ain't doing this shit. I'm going home, babe. I'll send the check.
I was in a wedding that I did not get to go to out on the West Coast because of a hurricane back in the day, and I was in the wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in this one. I'm but yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
I am all
They're the worst. Everything
airports.
about them. The in-air experience, I can't stand it. I just came back from Boston. I wanted to flip the whole entire plane over because my TV wasn't working. Allegedly.
Because your TV wasn't working?
Yeah, dude. The buttons were sticking. Pissed.
I am all set on this Oasis back and forth stuff.
Oh, dude, it's not even going to happen.
You're claiming right now it's not going to happen?
The very first rehearsal. Nah, bloke.
That's
hey,
your
mate.
limited fake?
Hey, mate. Not going to happen.
happen?
My solo's going first, mate. Not you. You bloody wanker.
Okay,
who do you fucking think you are? You biscuit head? He's always got some weird fucking...
I almost want them to... I want them to be forced into a relationship now in which they're in a band. I don't want them to be... It's too easy
Their
to
mother
just throw
needs
the
to be
towel
at
in.
every single rehearsal, separating the two.
I like that.
They need to have Mother Gallagher.
They have Mother Gallagher just in the
That's
middle
the only
on
way.
stage. Just
That's the only way these shows are happening. Is she is just side stage looking at him like this, giving him the eye. Just you, and then hey, knock it off, knock it off.
yes.
Mother Gallagher.
Mother Gallagher. I am all set on this constant news coverage of Dave Grohl's new baby.
Yeah.
Via Mistress.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And you know what about it too? And maybe
It's been reported on.
We're good.
Okay?
This is not the first time.
You can
We've
report
heard.
You can report on once again, shocker, rock and roll guy bangs someone outside of his marriage, has secret kid.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's rock and roll, baby.
Honestly, what most of the times when these things happen, like, you know, I remember like with Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian and just like the numbers of others, because this happens all the fucking time. I honestly, weirdly enough, I'm a big like respect the privacy thing, because like usually now they're trying to work things out, save marriages and stuff, and I think that's just so wrong for like the media and people to like get in there, because it's already tough of like their whole entire thing being in the spotlight. That whole thing is always icky to me, especially when there's kids involved. I'm just like, yo, I'm not really into like laughing at anybody about that.
To me, it's just like, you can report on it, but we don't need follow up on it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You're
Like,
right. The following up is...
You need to alert the people.
Yeah.
But I don't need stories on, like, you know, as information trickles in for there to be an update every day for the next month.
Right.
Like,
right.
get over it. I am all set, and we have reached critical mass. We've reached saturation point. These fucking giant baseball glasses, reflective giant lens.
The
You know what I'm talking about.
I do know it. All the kids are wearing them.
The Randy Savage.
The Randy Savages.
The Randy
The Randy Savage 500s.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm all set. You look like a fucking goofball.
Yes. That is so true. They've been around. It's only like little kids or like it's like middle school baseball players are the only like now
Saw
it's making
multiple
like way to,
adults
like,
wearing
frats
them
now.
at the airport.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. No, you're only allowed to wear that in sporting set. That's the only time I'll allow that, even then.
Look, baseball players in high school, go for it.
I'll even give the loser frat guy on Saturdays or for the boys tailgate.
Just Saturdays though?
Yes, only Saturdays.
Okay, I will even
Day
grace
game.
you that.
That's it.
But that is it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And the fact that it's become like these Crocs.
I see dads that do it.
It's like one of those things that people are really trying to like show you that they're young and like wear a pair of those, and it's like,
right, that is
dude,
true.
If you're not a seam head, put
Yeah.
the glasses away and don't do the overly large glasses thing.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a pair
And
of
they're
Oakley
so
goggles.
like bright and reflective, and just like, everyone look at my fucking eyes right now, because it's probably catching the glare. Like, they're just like neon orange.
You're wearing them, and I'm looking at you saying all set.
All set.
Dude. The Miami football Dolphins.
Woo-wee. That one ended quickly. That hype ended real quick. That hype train came to a halt real quick.
I was drinking the Kool-Aid so much that I just forgot that he's had his brain scrambled multiple times already, and that one hit could do it to him.
We got T-Rex arms again. We got Jurassic Park 2.
This is definitely Jurassic Park 3.
Jurassic Park 2, dude.
Yeah, I'm not all set. I'm not actually all set on him, but I'm just voicing
honestly,
my frustration. And
this offense should be better. I'll tell you that.
It sucks when you're bad and then you end up being bad. But when you have all this hype and you're supposed to be good and you're paying all these players to be good and then you're bad, it's even worse.
Yeah, it's really bad. I'm now moving towards McDaniel as the culprit.
Really?
He's I'm starting.
The blame pie is shifting?
I'm starting to go like this. I'm looking at McDaniel and I'm pulling the glasses down and I'm mouthing to him, "Are you a fraud? Are you a fraud?" Because I'm pulling into Fraudville, and you're the only person in my car Ubering.
Wait, you're the Uber driver in this?
Driver, and I'm looking at him through the rearview mirror.
But he ordered the Uber, and he's going to Fraudville already, so you know that he's going there. You're the Uber driver.
Mm-hmm.
I am not getting in that Uber just yet. I'm not.
You're not sharing.
What's
You're
the
not
Uber sharing? No. Have you ever done that?
Never done Uber share. It's psychopathic to me. There's no way I would never want anybody else in the car. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be near someone else. I'm not sharing anything.
This is not a flex at all. But whenever at this point I do Uber, it's a situation where I'm like, we're getting the XL, maybe the XL luxury min. There's 3 of us in the car. I don't care.
I do the same thing now. Like if we're somewhere and I'm just like, I'm trying to get out of here now, and I want it to be, and that one's the closest. XL.
XL, no prob. I don't care how many people I'm with. Put me in a large SUV and make sure the AC is blasting.
Did it 2 weeks ago.
How'd it feel?
It was great. Left the bar, went to just to go to another bar. Give me the XL.
Really?
Yep.
By yourself?
No, it was me, Mary, and 2 of her friends. And I was like, "Yo, let's go. Let's go to the XL. Let's go to the next bar."
Power move. Mm-hmm. Good boyfriend. I'm all set, dude. I'm all set on this. It's now the primary reason that anyone out there in the world weighs less than what they currently weigh. Ozempic.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's at a point now where
you
can
just tell. I'm telling you, you can just tell.
How can you just tell?
Because they don't look. First of all, the rapid weight loss, and they're not like muscular, and they're fucking have a giant head. It's the head, dude. Look at the head. The head does not lie.
Is that what they're saying?
That's what
those are the symptoms.
Yeah. You can just tell like the rapid with the like.
But like, wouldn't
they just get really skinny? That's the other thing too. Like, have you seen Oprah? Have you seen these people? They're like, yo, you didn't lose weight. Like, you got like skinny.
So that's what the reason I brought it up is because like.
Because that's why, like, you see, like, with Megan
Lizzo just came out and was like, yo, like, I've been fucking, like, in a calorie deficit and working out like a fucking fiend for 5 months straight. Like, of course, you guys all, because have you seen her recently?
Ew, no. I don't go searching for Lizzo pics, if you know what I mean.
Why'd you do that thing with your eyes there, like?
But the listeners know what I mean.
First off, I wasn't seeking.
Your boy's not seeking out to see what Lizzo looks like.
I mean, I wasn't thinking that, like, I wasn't seeking her out. I don't even know. It was just an article came up, but she'd lost like 70 pounds or some shit like that. And everyone's basically like, of course, immediately Ozempic. And she's like, no, like, I haven't been out in the public image. I've been working out, doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'm just saying, like, how do people, like organically lose weight and get the credit for it?
Post the workouts. It's plain and simple.
Oh,
Post
so you're just saying show the receipt.
Show your chef that's making you food, Lizzo, because we all know you ain't cooking shit. Because if you were, I don't know, don't do that. But but post the workouts, dog. You got to show it. Like, unfortunately, that's where we're at nowadays. You have to show the shit.
If you saw her doing like 3 pull-ups on the actual pull-up machine unassisted, you'd believe her.
Well, I just need to make sure that I just need to see the whole video to make sure that she's not pulling up and then she's not taking a bite of like, you know.
What's up there?
I was gonna say like a Cooler Ranch Doritos.
You ever being a chip?
I was being a chip gal.
I was being like a very seedy bun burger.
Oh yeah, I love how the woman that's fat shaming when everyone questions her about her weight, she has a problem with that. That's hilarious.
I was just like, if she did lose the weight the right way, good for you. That's what's up. But then I was also like, how do you lose weight in this world anymore and get the credit for actually doing it the right way?
I think you should have to post. I think you got to like, here's my trainer. Like, we out here. You know? That's, yeah.
My last one.
But see, the problem with her, though, too, is, like, she's been staying out of the spotlight because she just got shamed and she got, like, all, you know.
Perfect excuse, though, to either do the workouts or
right, so that's why,
so
that's why I was saying. I was like, you know, maybe she has been doing it quietly because she's been having to stay on the down low because of all of the controversy she got herself into. So,
100%.
Again, we don't know.
But, she fell back and maybe she...
Well, hopefully you brought a videographer with you these last 5 months, okay? And you released you released that.
Alex says he wants the receipts, Lizzo.
Yeah.
Show us the receipts. The last one I saw, it's that time of year. You know what time it is. And we don't...
Oh, postseason?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
PSL.
What?
The PSL.
I'm blanking here.
The pumpkin spice.
Oh, that's right. The PSL.
I want to give a preemptive all set.
I know is Port St. Lucie. Shout out.
Pizzle, yes. Both. I'm all set on both. I'm not gonna have a pumpkin spice latte.
Damn,
and I'm not going to Port St. Lucie.
Wow, Port St. Lucie catching a stray at the end there.
No,
huh? Damn.
But while we're here,
yeah,
I'm just it's preemptive, and I'm letting everyone know I'm all set on it.
I will say the PSL craze to me is stupid, but I do always will at one time during the season go treat myself to an iced pumpkin spice latte. I will do that at some point in the next however long it goes. I'll be like, oh, you know what? I haven't had one yet this year. You know.
All right, I rephrase my original position to where I will have one iced pumpkin spice latte.
I'm trying to think of like, you know, what I do the same thing when, like around Christmas with like I don't know, like or some other holiday where I'm like, all right, you know, I haven't grabbed that yet. You know, it's apple cider donut season. Like, oh, I haven't had one yet. Let me go grab one. You know.
Yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not doing it. I will have one.
Yeah,
and Bucks. Change my mind.
I would like to think a lot of people are kind of like
all set.
I think more and more as these years go on, people are getting a little bit more numb to the pizzle.
The pizzle a couple of years ago, scorching hot.
Yeah, I think it started to like, you know, it doesn't have the same, you know, hit they used to. That's just like the temperature.
October is around the corner though, but fall is in the air.
Yes, this is true.
All right, you ready to get in this peacock?
Yeah, let's get in this week's peacock in music. I've got an awesome one for you because this guy is the man. Not a lot of people know about him, so a true peacock through and through, and he's got a pretty tremendous story as well. So this week's peacock in music is Long John Baldry. Yeah. January 12th, 1941 to July 21st, 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Blues rock, English blues rock.
Okay.
Brit blues. John William Baldry, born in East Haddon, North Hampshire, England. They be throwing a lot in there, man.
A lot of Irish.
Northamptonshire.
Yeah, like if you have to put a hyphen on the name of your town.
That's all one. They smashed it all together. Northamptonshire is all one.
They have also like the upon the, you know, Stratton upon Avon, and it's just like, what are you doing?
They've got a small castle somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was a big boy, grew to 6'7", and that's where he gets his nickname, Long John.
Long John Alex?
Well, mine would be Long Alex Benson, because he was His actual name is John.
Oh.
Yeah. But so that's how he got his nickname. But he was one of the very first early on British musicians. He was a singer. He didn't play anything. He was a blues singer. But he was one of the very first in the early 60s that played in all of like the little underground blues bars all around England. But this is where we get when I was teasing earlier our previous peacock, Alexis Corner. Remember Alexis Corner?
Yes.
He was he sang in Alexis Corner's Blues Incorporated, and he actually also sang on the very first British blues album that ever came out that he and Alexis Corner did in 1962 called R&B from the Marquee. It was a live from the Marquee bar.
That early shit.
Yeah, 1962, the very first blues album that ever came out in England from a British British artists was Long John Baldry with Alexis Corner. But dude, he was in that scene because he was one of the ones that were early on. So he played with like Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Brian Jones, Charlie Watts, like all the Rolling Stones, all of those guys at all different times all came and played with him and Alexis Corner in various blues bands and stuff and jams
nice.
around town.
Yeah.
But then of course he was there early on, so he became friends with Paul McCartney as well. And he actually played, because back in the days, I don't know if you knew or if you're familiar with the Beatles, they were early 60s, and they were playing on TV. That would be, over here they did the famous Ed Sullivan Show, but over in Britain they would have, monthly specials where like, the Beatles would play on Saturday morning, and they would invite their friends and stuff to come and play either with them or play on their own, do medleys and stuff. And John Baldry was on a few of the specials. Nice. That Paul and the Beatles invited him on. But in 1963, he joined the Cyril Davies R&B All Stars with Nicky Hopkins. And Nicky Hopkins is this was before, but he eventually became the very famous piano player for the Kinks. Yeah, so they were in that band together, but the band Cyril Davies died, and John Baldry replaced him full time as the singer, and he actually renamed it Long John Baldry and the Hoochie Coochie Men.
I like that name better.
Yeah. And that band, when he because he replaced, there was him and Cyril were the two singers. Cyril was like kind of the main one. Baldry was like the secondary singer. When he replaced Cyril, the second vocalist singer that he got to kind of go with him, Rod Stewart. And a young Rod Stewart was in there with him. And they were on him and Rod were like best friends for the rest of his life. Rod was always in and out. They were tight forever.
Okay.
Were you about to?
Yeah, I think you gave me an old blues song with him on it, Rod Stewart on it. I have to find it. It probably would fall on this list.
Okay, probably, yeah. That's the story too. When the way he recruited and got Rod Stewart to come into the band, because Baldry was an already established blues musician in the English, blues rock scene. Whenever any of the black guys, from Chicago and Memphis and whatnot would come over, they always would come and hang out with Baldry and like all of his friends, and they would jam and stuff. And it was there. Rod Stewart was jamming with Muddy Waters, and Baldry saw that, and he was like, "Ooh, this guy can sing the blues." Yeah. But the Hoochie Coochie Men, and that whole band, they changed names, kind of switched up the line a little bit. They went from the Hoochie Coochie Men to Steam Packet, which I don't think is the strongest name.
No.
But they added Brian Auger on organ, which Brian Auger is an amazing organist, blues organist. He's on a ton of stuff that you definitely have heard and know. He's in the liner notes. But But they eventually changed the name to Bluesology, and again changed up the dynamics again, which this dynamic featured Reg Dwight on keys and Elton Dean on guitar, who Elton Dean went off to be in a pretty... They weren't too big over here, but they were very big in England, called this band called Soft Machine. They're a very big band over there. But fun fact, Reg Dwight ended up leaving the band to go on to a solo career, and when he did that, he changed his name to Elton John.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, and as the story goes,
what was his original name?
Reg White, probably Reginald.
Oh yeah.
Or Reginald Dwight, Dwight. But the way he got his name, Elton John, was Elton came from Elton Dean, the guy who went to go to be in Soft Machine, the guitarist in that band, and John was John Baldry. That's how he got his name. He took both of those two musicians who he loved and loved that band, and that's how he came up with Elton John.
Nice.
Yeah. In 1967, John Baldry, though, he ended up finally going solo, and he released Let the Heartbreaks Begin, which went number 1 in the UK. Which wasn't surprising at all because, again, he'd already kind of made his name in the background. So it was obvious that, what he was going to do solo stuff was going to be good, especially in the UK. Didn't do well in the US, but number one in the UK.
That's okay.
Yeah. But in 1971, he and Stewart got back together, and Stewart helped him produce his next album, It Ain't Easy, which that one was very successful in the US. And that one kicked off a tour and stuff for him, but the hit single off of that one, which I think it got to 33, it was either 33 or 39 in the U.S. on the charts, the R&B charts, was Don't Try to Lay No Boogie Woogie on the King of Rock and Roll.
Little wordy, but I like it.
That's so fun. I had the same exact reaction. I was like, God, that's a very long title, but it's gonna work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, because that album had so much success and that single did very well in the U.S., he went on to an American tour, and he liked North America so much that he ended up settling in Canada, Vancouver to be specific. He liked Canada. But to get into some personal life stuff, he was gay. And that was part of the reason why he ended up staying when he came over here. He kind of ended up staying here and staying in Vancouver, because up until that point in 1960, it was up. I didn't know this in the UK. It was illegal to be a homosexual up until 1967.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I had no idea it was that late. That's insane. Like, you would get massive jail time. So he was very deathly afraid of that, and he kept all of that obviously in the closet for a very long time. I did read that he had a brief relationship with the lead singer of the Kinks, Dave Davies, but mainly kept it hid because he didn't want to go to jail. But everyone, when I was reading, all of his friends and everyone were like, we all knew, because they were just like, the guy was so flamboyant.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, his mannerisms and the way that he talked, and they're like, and all this stuff. They're like, he was so flamboyant. We all knew. He just they just never talked about. Yeah. But again, sticking with persecution of homosexuals, Elton John, a few years later, actually tried to take his own life. I don't know if you remember that from the movie.
Yeah.
And Baldry was the one that actually intervened and helped him out, because Elton John was at that point was engaged to this woman, and he was obviously gay and depressed, and didn't want to do it and all this thing. And Baldry was the one that intervened and convinced him, yo, don't marry this woman. You're gonna die. You're not gonna be able to,
step away from the ledge.
Yeah. So, and that's actually the song that Elton John writes after that, "Someone Saved My Life Tonight." That's about John Baldry.
John. Great,
yeah, it's good. It was good. It's a good peacock. He's got a great story, and he's a great musician. But man, this is the tragedy. He went through some shit at the end. He started suffering from really bad depression because of his declining career, and also at that point living in Vancouver and whatnot. He was at that point out as gay, and he had a partner that was living there from Austria, and his visa was up, and so he had to go back and was not in. So like those two things happened at the same time, shot him into a pretty deep depression, and he started drinking and doing painkillers like a fuck ton. And
rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, and he was in Amsterdam one night after a gig, and his sister found him passed out, OD'd on Valium, and that they took him to the hospital, and he survived, but that he went cold turkey. He cut everything again. He went cold turkey and got sober. But then the health issues started coming in. He had like massive gout, like not just like on the foot stuff. Like his foot apparently was blown up. Like he had like crazy different types of shoes, because like his foot would just blow up and swell to all these different dimensions and different places, and then he would get it around his chest and stuff. Like he had crazy gout and stomach ulcers and stuff. So like, ugh. Yeah, really, really bad health things started happening to him. And so at that point, for the next 10 years, he was just in and out of the hospital and tons of surgeries and whatnot. And it really actually fucked him up, because he then eventually hated going. He didn't want to go to the hospital anymore. He was sick of it. He feared the hospital because he would go in there and could never leave. He had to get better, and he was always had this fear of like, man, I don't want to go to the hospital because like I'm never gonna leave. If this might be the last time, I'll never leave here. So he didn't like hospitals at all anymore, which didn't help. Again, his health issues, because he refused treatment, and no one could take him there. Rod Stewart a couple times actually. Got him this last time because he was doing so bad with these stomach ulcers and the gout and whatnot that he developed pneumonia, because he was a big cigarette smoker too. And Rod Stewart was convinced him finally in 2005 to go to a hospital, which he did agree, and he did go. But at that point, it was already way too late, and in the hospital, because his immune system was so bad at fighting all of these other infections, all these things going on, he got MRSA, and then that was it. He basically died from MRSA and a chest infection from that, and that was how he died.
Damn.
Yeah. It was the personal life of the stuff at the end there really got him bad. But
rock and roll, baby.
Long John Baldry, man, the guy is the man, and I've got a song for you from him right now. I didn't do Don't Lay No Boogie Woogie on the King of Rock and Roll. I picked another one for you. I can't.
What do we got?
The name of it escapes me right now, but I wanted a little bit more of a nice bluesy one for you. So that's what I want.
And teeth that shine like gold. Ooh, she got eyes like diamonds and teeth that shine like buttons gold. She got a new kind of love to satisfy my soul. Yeah, you're so beautiful, baby. You gotta die someday. Ooh, baby, shame you gotta die someday. Won't you give me your love before?
So there's some. I remember it's called Long John Blues. Is the name of that
okay.
song. But yeah, there's some Long John Baldry for you guys. So check it out. An absolute peacock through and through, and one of the very early, if not the earliest, British bluesmen.
That's awesome. I can't wait to dig in on that.
Yeah,
very, very cool.
Before we head out here, I wanted to see if you saw the Miley Cyrus getting sued news.
No.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up.
For what?
not copyright.
Taking a stong or something?
Yeah, what's it? It's leaving me when you bite someone else. What's it called? You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but I can't think of it either.
It's called someone. I can hear the listeners yelling right now at their stereos.
Fine, let them yell. Whose song did she copy?
She copied, yeah. She copied. They say that she copied the Bruno song, "Flowers." You know, because she does she has the same. I can buy myself flowers.
Yeah.
And hold your hand. Same thing like Bruno Mars's song. I forget what it's called, but he says the same exact shit. But it's being sued by
Bruno?
No, not by Bruno. It's being sued by it's this big team of media, this big media conglomerate basically that has all of these artists and their catalogs and whatnot. But it's one of the writers that was on that song that Bruno wrote, because Bruno doesn't write all of his own. There's a team. Same with everybody else out there. For all you people that think Taylor Swift's real,
you don't have to.
Go down this. Slip it in there every time. People need to know.
All right, let them know.
We're the only ones out here saying it. Disappointed.
Pull a mask over my face and just play.
So it's one of the writers though that was on that.
He's like, yo, we copied that shit.
Yeah. And so, but it's a big. But the only reason why I want to bring it up in just because I'm gonna be following it. It's kind of a big deal because it's one of those. It's interpolation. That's under that umbrella of interpolation. Yeah. And as we all know, interpolation is one of the things that you can't get sued for.
Correct.
Copyright. What's it? Get sued for plagiarism. You get sued for.
I don't know. I thought it'd be a copyright infringement.
Is it? No, it's. Is it? Maybe. Okay. No, there's a better word for it that we're missing. Plagiarism. No, whatever. Sorry. And but it's a big deal because
is it it's going to set a precedent or what?
That's the thing. Yeah, if this goes through, which a lot of people are saying, this might have some ammo to it. And it might be the one thing that kind of breaks the whole interpolation bubble up. And it won't be good. It won't be good for music. I think this is we're getting into dangerous territory because, as everyone knows, there's only a certain number of chord progressions. It's just mathematically true in music. Music has mathematics to it in that sense. So there's only so many chords that you can play. There's only so many progressions of those chords you can play, and melodies and all of those things.
DJ Khaled about that though.
Yeah, and so I think we're gonna start getting into really dangerous territory if this is a successful case. Because then the floodgates will open, and it will really affect future creation of music, I think.
I'm on the other end of this. I think it's just another one of those cheap money grabs that we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
And maybe she did, maybe she bit, their stuff. But that stuff happens all the time, and music gets put on from an artist who drops an album, but oh wait, the sample didn't clear,
right?
So they have to take it down. I mean, that shit happens because people just the pace of music production at this point is outpacing the paperwork behind it. Right. So I don't think much of it. A
lot of the things I've seen, or the couple of things that I've read, one read and one on a podcast, the guys said they're like this seems to feel like a writer, songwriter, whoever, thinks that they didn't get compensated enough, so this is their way.
Ooh, someone's being salty.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Two different outlets kind of say that, and on that I was like, okay, hopefully it's that.
It's you got $100 for drawing the Nike check, and then
yeah, you didn't do a proper deal with them, and that's on you. And
that's on you.
Yeah,
business stuff.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
See ya.